All right, this week I wanted to follow up on something from a few weeks ago that I haven't seen much discussion about. So the Senate had their long-promised vote about the healthcare subsidies. This was what the Democrats got as their concession for letting the government reopen, was they were going to talk about healthcare subsidies. And to at least my complete lack of surprise, they decided that they're not going to have subsidies. Or, the Republicans decided there will be no subsidies, and they have a 53 to 47 majority currently, so there will be no subsidies. They'll expire in January.
We predicted this completely unsurprising thing.
Go us.
Woo! So that's what people are worried about, not the $1,000 increase to their premiums.
The secret is just to make a bunch of predictions.
So premiums, on average, will double in cost for those who had been using the subsidies. So 60 votes were needed to pass the measure in the Senate. Republicans control it 53 to 47. 4 Republicans voted for the Democratic proposal, and no Democrats voted for the Republicans' bill, so neither of them passed.
Well, I'm surprised. I thought there was one Democrat who was on the vote for it side. They've been... Okay, never mind.
I guess when it came down to...
Republican bill?
Huh?
What was the Republican bill? Okay.
Basically, they were going to let the subsidies expire, but pay $1,500 to each person who made less than 7 times the poverty level, or around $110,000 a year.
So just
to each
they're just going to hand a check.
It says they would have sent up to $1,500 to individuals earning less than 700% of the poverty level, about $110,000 for an individual, or $225,000 for a family of 4. These funds could not be used for abortion or gender transition procedures and would require verification of beneficiaries' immigration or citizenship status.
Okay, so not just cash then, because they couldn't police cash in that way. Well, it's just as well that didn't pass, because that's stupid.
So on Thursday, Trump predicted that Republicans and Democrats would work together on healthcare. So he's got some high-grade hopium. I could have used some of that.
How many days are left in this session?
Not very many. They're expected to end sometime next week, but they're not expected to have any more votes about this unless maybe the House... Our government work overtime, dude? Not a chance.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like Donald Trump, he's really funny when he wants to be.
No, he was being serious, I think. But yeah, it is kind of a joke. I don't think they'll be able to work together. If they haven't yet, I can't imagine what would change anytime soon. So there was a poll that Reuters did. It found that Americans back a healthcare subsidy continuation. 51% support it, 3/4 of Democrats, 1/3 of Republicans, and 21% were opposed. So about 2 times as many people supported continuing the subsidies as opposed it, and yet they're not going to continue. What a joke of a fucking democracy, dude. It's 2/3 to 1/3, and they won't pass this. How do they represent the will of the people here if they're doing the opposite?
If I'm in a vacuum right now, you can make the argument that this is expensive, right? People are always in favor of benefits, and they're always against being taxed more. And so those silly people, this is why they elect representatives to make the tough decisions for them. If I was in a vacuum, but I'm not in a vacuum.
In fact, in the timeline where the current government is spending money faster than ever before. In 1 year of Trump being president, it's been, he's added $2.3 trillion to the debt. It's the fastest the debt has ever accumulated.
Right, and this would certainly add a lot to it, right? This is not a small expenditure that they're looking at.
Yeah, but, it's when it comes to things that help people that all of a sudden they find their conscience about spending. But, when it's corporate subsidies and shit, they're happy to fork that shit over.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, thus the vacuum statement, right? Clearly, the healthcare system is designed badly. We'd all like to see something with a lot more vision. It's a frustrating thing about Obamacare, right? Is to have to basically go to the mat over and over and over to defend this thing that's wholly inadequate. It's a frustrating part of this position is that it's yeah, I guess I'm in favor of adding gobs and gobs to the deficit to subsidize health insurance that is super overpriced within a system that, does sick care, not health care, etc. So
stuck defending the bad so that it doesn't get worse.
Yeah.
A useful metaphor for the Democrats in general.
But yeah, so this basically kind of makes me feel like the entire shutdown was pointless now, because the one concession that they had that was not that great turned out to be nothing. So
Well, hold
yeah, I don't know.
on.
What do you guys think?
I mean, they never thought they were going to win this vote, right? The point is some accountability, right? Like they avoid taking votes all the time, and so it's a political move. It's not that the Democrats are the minority. Like, of course they're not going to have a big policy win on healthcare. What they're hoping to get is political wins, and I don't know. I think people will get it when their bills go way up. I think people will know who did it to them.
I certainly hope you're right.
I think that maybe next shutdown we just keep it rolling. Forget the benefits and whatever. We just make our own systems and withhold our taxes as protest, and we just make our own government and fuck the bullshit half measures of this current one.
Yeah, withhold the taxes. That's where you'll get in trouble. Yeah, I mean, also, thankfully our employers withhold
Maybe I
our
want to
taxes
cause
for us.
trouble, Maybe they need us more than we need them.
Our government is at such a low level of legitimacy that they do risk outright revolt in this way. I think it's true. So that does seem a little like it would require some effort from average citizens to do that, to not pay their taxes.
I'm doing the thing that every sort of organizer occasionally is guilty of, skipping to general strike in terms of my wish list.
That's been another banger of an episode of Info Hazard. If you want the subsidies extended, if you have any thoughts, let us know in a comment. We'd love to hear it. Especially if you're opposed to these, we'd love to hear it, because they seem pretty good to me. Or, the best of many bad possibilities. Yeah, see you next week.
Don't do your taxes. Bye.